Now, if he comes right to you, it's because of where you're pointing. There you go. Yep. Yep. Oh, he thought about it. Yep. He's thinking about it now. He's just so unsure whether or not he should follow what he thinks. Go ahead, Sonny. You got this. Think about it. Come on, buddy. Go boy. Go boy. You're right. You're right. Come on, buddy. Go boy. You got it. You got it. You can do that. Yep. Come on, buddy. You got it. So without changing your support, reach over and just guide his nose in the direction you want his nose to go. Yep. Yep. As soon as he follows, I want all your energy to stop. Okay, son. Go ahead and guide his nose again. See if he'll follow his nose. Yep. 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 Almost. There you go. Okay. That's okay. It's okay. So he might back up next time because that's where we released. Oh, and that's because where we released. Because he only really actually backed up. But you're on time. Okay. He's unconfident and he's really very shut down. And the other thing that happens with him is that he's very explosive with his energy. So he's two versions of the unconfidence, but right now he's in the shutdown mode. I've seen both versions. Um, so what's happening is he's staying very internal, and he's just kind of like stuck inside. So go ahead and yeah, go boy. So yep, go ahead and ask him to see if we can't kind of help guide him a little bit and see if we can't get the message there a little more clearly. Yep, yep, yep. Gotta make sure he knows he's supposed to do something else with his feet. So we're gonna ask him to go. So we're gonna, yep, yep. Yep, we're gonna try to stay focused at the shoulder. Yep, good. I know. I knew he was gonna. That's okay. It's okay. Let me just help him real quick. Where are you going? Huh? You're going in there. Yep. Yep. Wake up. Get out of my space. Don't climb on top of me. Ah, ah, ah. Good. dropped it on you. Keep going. Good. Good. Okay. So what I'm going to have you do, good job, is I'm going to have you take him back to the cone, and I'm going to have you try to get him next to the cone. So let's say the cone's right here, and I'm going to have you just get him to where you tell him to go that way with the cone in front of him and ask him to yield around the cone. Good. Good job. Good. So we're just going to try to get you guys to where he understands that for you. And we're going to try to keep him a little present because he's a little absent in a choosing to not be with us today. So I'm going to go ahead and ask him again. So I want you to point back, and we're just going to ask him to turn his nose, his neck. We're going to put our energy on his shoulder, wake him up a little bit and say, no, don't change your mind. Wake up. I know. I'm going to help him. Say, no, that was the wrong way. No, that's the wrong way. No. Yep. You're right. Go. Good. So I'm going to even say you can go in there and help guide his nose in the direction that you want, but do it in, if you notice, the reaction he had with me was more because it was bumping him and he was having a reaction. I wasn't actually really poking on him. So just make sure that you don't turn it into a slap to guide his nose. But first try to do it from a distance. And then we'll get you guys. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. Come here, Chance. Play with Chance. Okay, so you've had time to play with your cone. Hi. You're going to talk to me? You're going to talk to me? Huh? You're a pretty guy. Okay, so we're gonna see where you're at with asking him to try to go around one of those cones.
Oh, I haven't tried that yet.
Okay, let's see your backup. Oh, I don't care. I just want to see it. So I don't. Good boy. It's alright, because you backed up, so he followed you. This is very natural for them to do. Okay, now stop. Stop. Good. Now, see how lightly you can do that. So do it first as just a suggestion, and then give him a little lean forward, but it's like a kind of lean, and stop. So, was there a difference in your energy? Where the first time was very loud, and then the second time was very quiet. So he's telling you he doesn't need you to yell at him. Okay? So go ahead and try to ask him with half the volume that you started. Yep. Yep. Now take the volume up, especially if he leans forward. Yep. Now you can take the volume up even more. Yep. And stop. Good. Nice lick and chew. Good job. Good job. Okay. We can do one more. Yep. He's thinking about it. Yep. Now get a little bit louder. Get a little bit louder. Yep. Yep. Keep getting louder now. Yep. And stop. Good. He's like, who signed this? I call this the guest book. Okay. So, if you were to ask him to go left or right, you would point at Sunny, or you would point at that blue jump standard. You wouldn't point where you think, over there or over there, because that doesn't make as much sense to the horse, and it'll actually bring him to you. So you would point, say, back to that blue jump standard if you wanted him to go that way, or even Sunny or the white jump standard behind Sunny. So let's ask him to go that way, only because if he does need to move his feet. So he gave you a little bit of feedback there, and I'm going to explain what it was. Okay, so he's an unconfident guy also. He's unconfident. Okay, buddy. So what the feedback you got was when you first started swinging, he was like, well, that wasn't necessary. So to him, he's saying you're loud. So we want to see how quiet we can ask him to do something. Can I just borrow him for a quick second? I know. And then when he got moving, his feet got kind of quick. So the adrenaline goes right to their feet. So I'm going to tell him by pointing at that well where I want him to go. And then I'm going to give him my support. My support's way over here. Can't possibly bother him. I am actually talking to you. Say, no, that would be the wrong answer. That would be the wrong answer. I'm just going to help him with the wrong answer. And then see his ears? His ears just said, I'm extremely confident about this. Really not sure. He's trying to figure out why I want him to do what I'm asking him to do, but he's a little unsure. I'm going to keep telling him he's picking the wrong answer. Yep. And then as soon as he picks the right answer, I'm going to leave him alone. So he talks a lot. He's actually a pretty cool, because he can tell you, like he's given so much feedback already. His ears, when he got worried about what I was asking for, if you noticed his head kind of did like this, his ears went out to the sides, not just back or complacent. They kind of like, whoa, okay? He got rocked back in his body, kind of off his knees, and didn't know what to do with himself. Then when he did move, he moved almost like he had a little bit of fire in his feet. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to help him become more confident about what he's being asked to do. So I'm going to point back at that well. Let's watch his ears and see if we can get a more confident response to what I'm asking for. So now his ears are starting to get a little worried. He's a little more worried, but he remembered. So that one ear is still on me, like I really am not sure. See how his ears are out to the sides, and now he's got a little fire in his feet. And now as soon as he does what I ask him to do, oh, he even wants to say, I really don't know. So I kind of like that he did that as well, because he's really saying, I really don't know. Yes, good. You're okay. You're okay. Don't get mad. You don't have to get mad. You don't have to get mad. You are fine. You are just fine. That was a passive nibble on my arm there. Okay, so I'm going to tell his tail to go away and tell him to back up. No, you don't have to be reactive like that. Back up. Back up now. Get out of my space. You're going to talk to me like that. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to point back at this cone. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that we had a conversation there. Yes, you're right. Follow it. No, don't argue with me. You don't need to argue. No. Follow your thought. You were right. Yes, you're right. Right there. Thank you. See? It wasn't so hard. You're okay. Now, the worst thing I could do is grab him and tell him not to walk anymore. Okay? Because he's a pretty unconfident guy, so if I told him you can't move your feet anymore, it would create a claustrophobia that would ruin what he was trying to develop confidence about. More freedom helps them become more confident. So I'm going to ask him to back up. Yes. Yes. How about you pick it up? I know you've got more than that. Pick it up. Good job. Good. So now I didn't ask him to go this other way, so I'm even going to set it up to say, okay, let's do it with an obstacle. So I'm going to tell him to go around that cone there. So first I'm going to point back here, which he doesn't understand. Now watch his ears. His ears will start to say, I feel energy. I don't know what it means. So watch, I'll tell you when he starts to get, so now he's already starting to get worried. Now you see how his ears are kind of fluttering to go to that like sideways position? You're right, you're right, you're right, you're okay. Yep, follow your thought. You've got it. I know, I can have an argument too. Go ahead. Yes. You got it. Follow your nose. There you go. See? Go ahead and look at you and tell us that wasn't so bad. You're okay. A big sigh would be nice. A big blowout would be nice. Check in with me would be nice. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to tell him to go the other way. So the fact that he's not looking at me, I'm not going to yank his nose around and say you need to be looking at me. Because if he believes in me as his leader right now, who says don't you come up on top of me like that, follow what I'm asking, yes. Now I'm going to ask him to back up. So that time, the fire in his feet was more out of lack of confidence and run me over. So I'm going to help him understand that there's a boundary here. Good. Now I can tell him he can stay over there because he broke the rules of being in my space. Because he didn't come in my space politely, but he didn't come in my space aggressively. He came in my space out of lack of confidence and kind of familiarity. It seemed like he kind of knows that he can get away with that. But it's very rude and he's too big. Follow your nose. No. No. So he's leaning forward, so I'm just telling him he's got the wrong idea. No, not forward. So I'm just going to let him know. You're right. Follow your nose. No, not forward. Not forward. Good. Follow your nose that way. Yes. There you go. There you go. You got it. Follow your nose. There you go. Good. There. Oh. You want me to go see if she's okay? Are you okay? Good boy. Okay. So, I'm going to try to put some of those pieces together for him and tell him, get out of my space, because he's very crowdy. But he's not crowdy for a really aggressive reason. He's crowdy for I've kind of gotten used to this reason. But now, he's leaning that way, and because this has been a little hard for him, I'm going to go ahead and say, yes, you can do it that way then. If he was a horse that was needing to be challenged with his intelligence, I would tell him to go the other way because I don't want them to assume anything. But don't lean forward. So he's thinking about coming forward. I'm going to say, no, 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 no. I'll come forward. Yep, you're right. There you go. Good. And I'm going to tell him to come to me. I'm going to tell him that's far enough. And I'm going to tell him he can go that way. We're not going to talk about that. Don't think about that. Now, just listen. We don't have to have an argument. Yes. Now, was that hard to listen to? Go. No. 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 Yes. Follow. Go ahead. Follow. You're alright. You're alright. There's no reason for all of that. Ready? Yes. Follow. You're right. Good. Follow. You don't have to talk to me that way. There. See? How hard was that? That wasn't that hard, was it? Okay, try this again with another activity. I said without all of that. Now, try again without all that. Okay? Yes. Yes. I'll touch you when we're done. No, I'm not going to pet you yet. No. There. Thank you. Now, that was a little nicer, wasn't it? Yes. Here. Good. Now, follow your nose. I know. See, notice how he's asking a lot of questions now. When they put their 2 ears on you, they're asking a lot of questions. He actually wants my approval. He's asking me to pet him, but I'm not going to until he does this next direction. Follow your nose. Yes. Till he does this next direction without that attitude problem. Now, we'll do slower so you get it, but we're not going to talk to me that way. Go. Yes. Good. Follow your nose. You're right. There you go. And what I really liked about that is he thought his way through it. He thought to leave. He took that half step. He asked. Now he's asking for me to love on him. I'm going to wait until he asks me with both ears forward again. Good job. You're okay. So he doesn't really care this time. Do you care now? No? You don't care? Okay. Step up. Good. Oh. There you go. So I'm not sure what kind of relationship you guys have. I can see that he's allowed himself to be very offended by things. You're good. You're good. Yep. Yep. Good. Yep. Follow it. You're right. You're right. Good. 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 Come to me. You're right. You're right. Now, can you do this one more time? Wait. Now. Wait. Don't come that close to me. So this is cool, because last time he thought his way through, which was kind of neat, so let's see if he does it again. Yes. There you go. Good job. Good job. I'm going to tell him that's far enough. And then I'm going to go to him. Okay? 2 horses that one's a lead horse, one's not. The lead horse is the one that always initiates the grooming. A lower man cannot groom on a higher man. So if he's used to being kind of in your space, he's telling you who's the boss between the two of you. Okay. Okay. Hind leg? Oh, okay. Because when he was getting bumpy, he was acting like he had a hind leg. Oh, boy. Okay. You're okay. So he's got a lot to talk about. So I'm going to let you give that a try, but what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you tell him quietly everything first, and then take up the energy or take up the volume as necessary. He was very quick to want to get mad. You know, you saw he had a little argument, and then he actually took it up a notch. We want to kind of explain to him that's not necessary. Oh. Good. Yeah, well, and that's why I'm trying to say, if we take down the volume at least to half the volume that you're already using, he's going to be even happier than that. So we're going to go ahead and get him turned around so he's facing, his tail's facing like he's leaving. Good. Then we're going to, yep, tell him that's far enough. So I want you to practice with him especially, because he does have a get in your space, kind of no respect issue. I want you to practice telling him that's far enough. And then don't make the mistake of backing away from him, because backing up draws them to you. So go ahead and ask him to back away from you. And you're going to start with the best deal. You're not going to start moving that snap right away. You're just going to ask him, and now you can turn the volume up. And as you see his body take, yep, now the wrong answer is uncomfortable. There, and as he changes his mind, get quiet again. Yep. So when he came at you, you can get as loud as you need to. And then when he started to do the right thing, you want to get quiet and say, but I didn't tell you to stop backing up. But you want to get quiet enough to say you're on the right page. But the wrong answer can be very uncomfortable. So go ahead and ask him to back up again. So first best deal. Don't make that snap already. Yeah. Good. Now start turning the volume up. Because if you start at a 5, you don't have very far to go when you get to your 10. But if you start at a 2, you got 8 decibels you can turn up. Yep. Even one more step. Good. Now just leave him there for a second. And just make it a little easier for him. So you're going to choose left or right. And I'm going to say choose left only because this has been a little hard for him. So you're going to point back to the stands there and then give your energy to his shoulder. Now, yes, I like the up and over on the rope, so the other way. Swing, yeah. Because if you were to do it at his belly and you accidentally have to hit him, you'll find that you'll hit him in places he doesn't really want to be hit. But this way, if you accidentally have to touch him, you'll touch him from the top. So give him a little bump and say, hey, I'd like you to pay attention to me, but just like a bump, just make the snap move. But don't change anything else. You're still talking to him. Yep. Yep. As soon as he turns his head, you're just going to stay steady at what you're asking. Give him a little bump on the nose and say, excuse me, I'm still trying to talk to you. Yep. Good. Now he might come forward. Oh, that was nice. Yep. Now give him some kind of go cue. When his head and neck turn, you're going to give him a go cue to follow his nose. Yep. So now allow that rope to get longer in your hand. Don't get closer to him, just allow it to get longer in your hand so then you can touch his shoulder. And I think as soon as you touch his shoulder, he's going to have an overreaction because he seems to be overly reactive. Give him a little bump back. Okay. Okay, ask him to back away from you. Yep, yep. More. Now you can say, I am talking to you. Keep going backwards there, buddy. Yep, yep, yep. Good. Good. A little bit more. Yep, yep. Good. Good job. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, go ahead and tell him to go towards the stands again. Yep. So his nose needs to go first, then his neck will go, and then we're going to ask him to follow his nose. Give him a little bump and say, open your window, I'm trying to talk to you. Yeah. So it's kind of like tapping on a car window when you want to tell somebody that, their brake light's out. Yep. Yep. Now. Yep. 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 Good. Leave him alone.
Good boy.
Good. Good boy. Now. Yes. That's good because he came here. So now you're going to change hands with the rope, and you're going to direct him to Jasmine there. You're going to invite him to follow his nose that way. Good. I just wanted to help him with his nose. Good. And invite him to come back to you. Then you're going to wiggle when he's come far enough. Good. Now gentle. So the first thing you want to do is you want to give him the best deal. So the best deal is always going to be much more gentle. So you want, when he came to you, it's a very inviting thing. And then when he's come far enough, you're like, that's far enough. You take an entirely different stance in your body. And then if he continued forward from when you stood up, that's when you wiggle. And then you can, if he keeps coming forward, you can wiggle as loud as you need to. But we're not going to start off automatically yelling in his ear. Okay. So let me get to these guys. I got two more, right, that haven't done anything? Okay. Oh, boy. Monty! Teddy's halter looks so nice on Monty. Okay, so let's give him a little more space because he's a little bigger. And then I'm going to have you show me what you've been playing with. I know we worked on the backup last time. So let's see his backup, and then we're going to see his go left or right. And then I already just saw his draw, so I know his draw is good. Good. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, so now tell him to go to your right. Yes. So you would point at me, believe it or not. Yep. Good. So the only thing I'm going to change is you.
That's what I'm starting to get is the forward instead of more.
And you quickly turned a lot of energy. Instead of like showing him your gun, you started firing it in the air. Okay. So we want to make sure that at first he just realizes you have support that you intend to use if he doesn't respond to the lightest thing. So we're going to go ahead and back him out of your space. So that's another thing you can practice is far enough, because he definitely has a crowding issue as well. Good. Okay, so point at me, and you're going to put your hand just out to your side with your focus on his shoulder. So you're going to point to me. Yep, yep. And now you're going to, now you can give him some kind of go-to so he knows to move his feet. Good boy. Right, so you're right, he does go forward. And that might be from previous explanation of go left or right. Because sometimes when we tell them to go left or right and we point like this, we teach them actually to come to us. So he may think that's what he's seeing, and he may just do that habitually.
Yeah.
So can I explain it to him? Hi. Hi. What are you doing? No, get out of my space. Get out of my space. Good boy. So, good job. Good. So I'm going to point back that way, and I'm going to say, hey, you see I have a little support here. I need you to turn your nose. Yep, you're right. So he's thinking right now. So I want to help him. Yes. I want you to turn your neck. I'm just going to kind of help keep his window open a little bit. Good. You're right. That's so smart. Yes. So I'm going to say, turn your nose. Yes. Good. Good. Good boy. Now, because he has a habit of going forward, I'm going to reward him just turning his nose. say that's the right page. We've gotten on the right page. Now we're going to read down the paragraphs. Good job. So, don't come forward. Don't come forward. So the wrong answer is uncomfortable. That wasn't what I asked for. Nope, the wrong answer is uncomfortable. Nope, don't go forward. Now, follow what I'm telling you. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Yes. Follow your nose. Look. Where's your nose need to go? I see you. No. Wrong answer. Good. I'm going to ask him to keep thinking. He's chosen to there. Good. Now. Yes. Yes. Nope. Yes. There you go. I'm just trying to keep him from thinking forward right now, so that's why I'm wiggling at the same time. I'm just trying to help him not to go forward. I need him to think he's supposed to rock back and go behind him. Almost like I want him to turn on the haunches. I'm going to say, keep telling him, hey, come on, think of, nope, you're okay, but you need to think. I know you're a good thinker. You got this. So I just got to get in his nose a little bit, so to speak. Say, hey, go that way. Yep. Nope. Yep. There you go. You got it. Good. That was the right thought. So with him, it was a baby step. That's okay. I'm going to ask him again. I'm going to wake him up a little bit and say, where's your nose need to go? Pay attention to your nose, yes? Pay attention to your nose, yes? Yep, you're right. There you go. I'm just going to follow him because I want him to get it. I've been wanting him to lean back more than come forward. So I'm just going to stay with him until he figures out where I'm trying to ask him to go. There you go. You got it. Good. That was it. Good. Yep. So I'm going to ask him to back up again. Back. I know you noticed. So come on. Back. Good job. So again, I'm going to tell him I need you to point your nose that way. Yep. You're right. I'm going to help him again. Yep. There you go. You got it. Good job. Good. Now, a lot of thought. Did you see how much he was thinking? That's so cool. That was so cool. You were thinking so hard. The hesitation in his steps, I call them thoughtful steps. Every step he was like, this is what you're trying to tell me to do. So every step he took, he thought through. Which is so cool. Yes, you are a very smart guy. He's not worried about being made wrong. Back. No, back. Yes, back. Yes, back. Yes, back. Nope, come on. I'm still telling you. Haven't stopped. Yep, keep going. Good. Yep, you got this. Good. So we were asking him to go this way, so I'm going to go ahead and continue to ask him to go this way, but now I've got that obstacle in his way, so he has to really follow my instructions. It's kind of, let's go, boy. Wait. Oh, okay, sorry. Back. No. Good. Think you had this. No, don't just automatically. So his body started to do something before his brain did. See how his body got involved way before his brain got involved? So he was just going to walk forward. Just going to help him put his brain on it. There you go. Yep. There you go. Good. Good boy. He's like, remember you wanted my head down last time. Okay. So I'm going to have you do the other direction. So we've got the one direction. Now we need the other direction. Yes. So you're going to point back to the camera. And in his case, yep, so the wrong answer is uncomfortable. And I only use go cues for forward. So I wouldn't cluck if I'm wanting him to go backwards. Yes. directions. Yep. We're going to point at least to the camera. Yeah. Yep. If you have to, you can reach out and just give him a little tap in the right direction with your hand, but don't change anything else. Yep, yep, there he goes. Good. Yep. Yep. Say, wrong answer. So all you're going to do is you're just going to help him through it because he's gotten the wrong answer, but he's not really wrong for it. He just tried a different answer. So if he looks like he's going to lean forward, you're going to want to interrupt it. So you can make sure that you can help him before he makes the mistake so that he doesn't have to feel wrong. Yep. Go ahead and give him a little push with your hand on his nose and say, I need you to go that way. Yep, yep, yep. Yep. I know, I'm talking to you. Yep, good, good. Now give him a go cue. There, you got it. Good, stop, 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 stop. Good. So we got to do it one step at a time. Good job. And he was actually quite proud of himself because he stayed very alert about it. He didn't disappear. Good job. Yep, get him out of your space. Good. Yes. Good. Good. Now you can ask him to go even. So just tell him to follow. Good. Good. Good boy. Yep, so we're going to go ahead and ask him to keep going around if you want. And then what we're going to do is we're going to ask him to change. Yeah, yeah. That's why I wasn't telling you to stop him, because you were telling him to do that. So we talk to him a lot and we don't realize we're talking to him. But it's kind of cool when you start getting that self-awareness moment where you're like, oh my God, I really was just doing that. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't stop. So what we're going to do is we're going to help him go both directions now. So we're going to have him standing on that side of the cone with his tail towards the gate. We're going to tell him left or right. I don't care which way you choose. When he comes towards you, you're going to back up. So your backup's going to be a draw, and it's also going to help you remember not to turn your back to the cones. You don't want your back to the cones. You're going to back up away, so that way he can cross in front of you and be redirected. Okay.
So you want him on the other side?
On the other side with his tail facing the gate.
So let's go this way.
So you're going to bump his nose towards your belly button. You're going to look at his tail like a butterfly landed in his tail, but also like you've got water in your ears. So you're going to tip your head. There you go. And then you're going to bump his nose. There you go. There's your yield. Go ahead. Good. So you can get to the point to where you can set up an entire obstacle course where you can steer him by his tail backing up. So now your water would be in this ear. If you wanted, your water is in the ear of, nope, the other way. Yep. Like you're trying to look around him, like something landed in his tail, but you're afraid he's going to kick you. So you're just trying to look around him. Nose towards your belly button, not towards your hip, towards your belly button. Yeah. And then go ahead and ask his tail to yield away. Now, if we flip it up and over, we're not likely to hit his boyhood. There you go, yeah. Good. There, go boy. And wiggle so he doesn't go forward. So that's what you're there. So that's what your wiggle serves as. It serves as a downward transition, as a backup, a don't go forward. I'm talking to you, you know, kind of those. It's like the most important foundation communication that I have. Good. So choose whichever way you want. Now, if you feel he's struggling, I would choose the way that he's leaning to go. If he was a horse that was very smart, like this little guy's actually really, really smart, I would challenge his intellect and say, no, I think you want to go the other way because I want to make sure he's listening to me and not assuming. In his case, he's a little uncertain about what we're doing. So if he's already leaning this way, I would actually go ahead and allow him. So, yep. Give him a go cue. Good. Now you're going to back up so he don't turn your back to the cones. He's going to go in front of you. Nope, you turned your back to the cones.
So you mean this way?
Yeah, I said
Send
it
him
plural.
through.
Cones.
And send him through. Right? Send him through.
Okay, so he's gonna have to come back this way, and then you're gonna back up and invite him to you. And after he comes through, so you're gonna do it up and over, so that way if you hit him from underside, you won't hurt him. Good. It's okay. He thinks he's supposed to go to the cone. Now back straight up. You back straight up. Don't go to the. Yep. Now bring him back in front of you. There you go. Now, yep. And just be slow about explaining it to him, because we don't want to make him feel like he's supposed to know. There you go. And then just help him understand his nose. He's got to follow his nose. So he just got a little off track. That's okay. Just ask him to follow his nose towards me. So you can even give him a little nudge towards me and ask him to follow his nose towards me. That's okay. That's okay. Good. So, I'm going to give you an X to try to stay on. You're welcome. Yeah. And he's going to do all the work in front of you. Imagine that this is a big movie screen and you're watching this movie, not a movie that's over there. So you want to make sure that he's always entertaining you in front of you. Good? Yes. Because if he goes forward, I don't feel he's doing anything wrong. I would change hands. Yes. Yes. You can guide. Yep. Now you can give him go. Yep. Yep. Good. Now, back straight up. Get him to come in front of you. Change hands. Redirect his nose to through the cones. Yep. Be slow about it. He doesn't understand it. Good. Yep. Yep. Leave him alone. Good. Invite him back to you. Tell him when he's come far enough. So stand up straight. Say you've come far enough. If he comes any further, you're going to wiggle and make him go back to where you told him. So it's like you drew an imaginary line about don't come across this line. And if he comes any closer, you're just going to, because your stand-up should tell him that's far enough. If he comes any closer, you're going to tell him that that's not right, that he needs to go back. Okay, let's play with Aladdin, and then we'll see what kind of time we have and anybody else that's struggling. Is he? He seems pretty mellow. Okay, so let's see your backup. How is he misbehaving? You said he's misbehaving. Okay. So, now, the wrong answer, which is still coming when you told him to stop, you can get as loud as you need to. You protect your personal space, get as loud as you need to, until he reverses, and then now go quiet. Say, see, now you show me some respect. So he's just not being respectful. And now if you go quiet, and then you ask him to go back from there, and then now you can start turning your volume back up. Good. Good. Good, now stop. And the reason I'm having you stop is because he had a lot of come to you, now fix that. Put those 2 feet back. All 3 of those feet back now. Make him go all the way back. Now, so if he made the wrong answer, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, until those 3 feet move back to where they were. One more, and then you can go quiet. As soon as that other foot moves back, you can go quiet. Turn it up as loud as you have to, because this is all the wrong answers. The wrong answer has to be uncomfortable. That's all evasion right now. So just, don't stop until he does what you asked. Take a step at him like I said. There you go. Now stop. Nice big sigh, lick and chew. Oh, it's good. Okay, now up. Make the foot go back. So did you do an imaginary box? Did I have you plan to do an imaginary box? That's going to be your homework probably the rest of his life. So you're going to, every time you work with him, you're going to take him out and you're going to try to add time to your imaginary box. You're going to bring him, put him in an imaginary box, and he is not allowed to come out of that box. This is going to help you establish leadership. It's going to help you establish personal space. And it's going to help him establish some respect. Because he just doesn't have respect, but he's not a jerk. He just doesn't have respect. There's a big difference. He's not mean. He's not trying to hurt you. He just doesn't care about your personal space. Okay, so that's going to be one of the things where, and I would say, like, that's a pretty good, now tell him to put that foot back. Yep, get louder, get as big as you have to, get as big as you have to. He does not need to come into your space. Good, and stop. Good. So that's what you're going to do. And you're going to just build it in increments of time to where you can put him in a spot and he can stay there until you command him to come up. So also the trick is going to be when you're working on that is try to catch the lean. Try to catch the mistake before it's a mistake. Go ahead and flip him in the chest if you have to. Good, now stop. So, what you would do in this case is if he's staying in a box, you would try to interrupt him before he makes the mistake. So he's what I call a creeper.